So, what's up, guys? I just woke up and thought, damn, I should probably upload a video. But then I was like, damn, videos are so much work. How can I cheat myself and the community on uploading an unedited video? So, on the weekend, I did a stream on Ready or Not. And someone asked, what is your opinion on universities as an artist? Very important factor on this question. So a lot of people know my opinion. Also keep in mind this complete video is my opinion. This is not a rule. This is not fact-based. This is really just my opinion. Still, you should be collecting opinions and you can learn a lot from opinions. You can't always just learn 1 + 1 is 2. Sometimes you just have to learn the opinion about it, I guess. So, what is my opinion about universities? A lot of people know, but I never made a video about it, so here we go. First thing I really don't like about universities is there is no rating system. You can not find out if it's a good university. You cannot find out if you'll get good teachers. You can't even really find out who the good teachers are. And also if you want them, you're probably not going to get them either. And yeah, so this idea and concept I already really dislike about universities. There's no rating system. If you perform badly as a teacher, nothing will happen to you. Like, you really have to behave very badly to get fired. Yeah, so this I don't like. So you're going to be sitting there stuck with a teacher that isn't good for 3.5 years on your bachelor's. This I don't like. This concept I really don't like. The next thing I really don't like is working school style. So you have a teacher, you cannot speed or slow down the course, and you're working with a group of people where everyone has to have the chance to learn everything. So basically, you're matching up with the weakest in the group. You're even probably matching up with someone weaker than the weakest. So the whole course works for everyone and they don't have to check every time how good this group of people is already. So they will always assume that you're stupid. So this is how you're gonna learn. So what I'm trying to say is I've seen and trained a lot of people with bachelors and masters, and after 3.5 years, their knowledge, my stomach or gut feeling would say this is knowledge from a maximum of 1 year. So if they would have just sat down, learned for 1 year, I'd even say less than a year, they would have all the knowledge of a bachelor's degree. So it's a very, very slow process. You could have learned way faster is what I'm trying to say. If you have the motivation, of course. If the alternative is not doing anything, then go to university. But if the alternative is you just want to learn, then just learn. Don't get stopped by university's speed. Okay, next thing I really don't like is this whole concept of having a degree. A degree to me means absolutely zero. Actually, if someone tells me, oh, but I got a master's degree, not only does it mean zero, I almost start to devaluate this person if he actually thinks that this degree means anything. So keep in mind, this degree won't mean much at all. So you'll go to university for 3.5 years, you're going to have your bachelor, you're going to apply to a job, and then you're like, yeah, but I got this bachelor, and then you'll be surprised that suddenly another guy comes that never went to university, is 5 years younger than you because he saved a lot of time for not going to university, and he will get the job because he's just way better than you and knows way much more because he's actually interested in the topic and doesn't need a university to learn this. He's not a little child that needs a mother to teach him, like in university, on how to do 3D. He just learns it. Because nowadays we have more than enough sources to learn. You can, if you like universities, go to EDX or other sources, and you can watch university courses. If you like university, don't make a huge deal out of university and like, oh, I'm not sure if I have time for a bachelor's. Just sign up, just go there. If you don't like it, just stop after a week, stop after a month, stop after 2 years, maybe even finish the bachelor. I don't know. just like find out for yourself, get the knowledge, try it. Otherwise, you can also, I don't recommend it, but you could also just walk into any university and look up the courses and just sit down in this course. Like, first of all, you're not going to get kicked out. If you get kicked out, you're just going to say, man, I was just trying to learn here. Like, I don't know what the crime is for trying to learn, so I don't think it's a crime. So you also could learn that way from universities. And also, so obviously I have a lot of friends that are in university because most people go to university. You can learn from people in university. You don't actually have to go into university. So you can really still pull out a lot of knowledge from university. But yeah, you don't really have to go through the full bachelor's process because it's a waste of time. Okay, other sources you can learn from, obviously, YouTube, courses, purchase courses, and so on. This is probably the most obvious. And the next, maybe less obvious thing. So now you're here, you learn some YouTube, and now you're like, oh, maybe I should go to university, otherwise I won't get a job. The thing is, you can get the job right now. You can just get an internship, apply for an internship. You need something, you need knowledge, otherwise they don't need you as an internship. They don't need some dude that doesn't know anything. They won't help this person. You have to know something, get an internship. After this internship, you can try to get a job there. If you don't get the job, that's not a big issue. You go to a different company and do another internship because that's also good for your education. Especially learning from multiple companies, you'll learn a lot because every company does things different. You're really going to learn a lot swapping through companies with your internships. And now let's say you're already 3 internships deep, and let's say you did very long internships, 6 months each, which is long. You could have done 3 months probably per internship, but let's say 6 months. That's 1.5 years, plus learning YouTube and courses and maybe even EDX on the side. I'm telling you, this is almost a master's degree of knowledge. 1.5 years work experience plus being motivated, learning, stuff like this, compared to some dude that did his master's and was partying all the time. You'll be way more valuable alone because you, in the internship, worked for real projects, real jobs, which is a way better portfolio than I have a bachelor's at some university no one cares about with teachers that no one cares about. Yeah. That's really it. Okay, and maybe another thing you should keep in mind, every education is good, also if it's bad. Much worse than bad education is no education, because once you collect bad education, you'll notice maybe it's not the ideal education for you, so you find a better source of education. So always keep in mind, the alternative is not educating yourself. University is still 1,000 times better than not educating yourself. So keep this in mind. Always educate yourself every day. Don't take breaks. Every day, take breaks on the weekends if you want. But the more you learn, the better. The less you learn, the longer everything is going to take. Another thing that you really don't learn in university, so let's say you want to be a 3D artist or whatever and go to university and learn design stuff. You come out with a bachelor's and you sign up for a job, don't get the job, sign up for another job, don't get the job. Then you're like, oh, maybe a freelance. And then you realize no client will give you money. And then you're like, wait a moment, what's missing in my education? I can tell you what's missing. It's business and how to make money. So this education, don't underestimate. Everyone, even employees in my opinion, everyone should have an understanding about how to make money. Everyone should understand the importance of money. I know people, even me in a way sometimes, fall for it, say money is not that important, I don't care about money. Okay, I want to see you without money then. I take away all your money, I want to see how you eat, how you pay rent, how you do all this without money. This is just sadly not how most of the world works. So you'll need money. So you have to learn about money, you have to understand money, and this you won't learn in university, at least not in an art university, but you cannot get around this knowledge. You need this knowledge. Just being the best artist can actually probably get you on the streets, because just being a good artist is not enough. Actually, a pretty shitty artist with a good knowledge of business probably will succeed and have a pretty chilla life, even though he's actually not as good as you, just because he understands business. So this is also a thing I want to add. Another thing, I think that might be it. I hope this helped. Yeah. And maybe another thing, if you tell me it's not working out, I can just tell you didn't try. What I also always like to say, like when people tell me after like maybe even 3 years that this thing didn't work out, no one can tell me. Like, I don't know, where's an example? I know nothing about what's on my desk. What can I use? I don't know, a spoon. Here, a dirty spoon, yeah? I know nothing about spoons. I don't know how to design spoons. I bet you 100% that if I would sit down for, let's even say 2 years, less than a bachelor's, I could start a company selling these spoons, probably making a decent amount of money. I know nothing about spoons. And I bet you I could probably even do it in a year. So what I'm trying to say is, you can almost learn anything very quickly if you actually learn it. Okay, the video just dropped off. What I was trying to say there, I got carried away a little bit. Just learn it. Don't make a big deal out of it. Go to university. Don't make a big deal out of it. Don't go to university. Don't make a big deal out of it. Do whatever the fuck you want, but do it. Learn. Educate yourself. Use bad education sources. Use great education sources. Just do it every day. Don't stop. Don't come to me 3 years later say, Damien, it didn't work, because I don't believe you. You didn't try. If you try, you'll succeed. If you don't try, you will not succeed. It's simple as that.